everyone, welcome to another video. So in this video we would be solving this Leetcode question, odd even linked list. Okay, so the question is, you would be provided with a linked list, right? And you have to actually place all the odd I would say positions first and then even positions. So here the positions, like example one, I'm skipping it because they have actually like the values are actually same as the positions. So 1 3 5 are the odd positions also, and values are also 1 3 5. So I would be explaining with the second example. So 2 is the first node, which is odd, then 3 is the third node, which is odd, then 6 is the fifth node, which is odd, and then 7th is the seventh node, which is odd. So these odd nodes, like the nodes which are at odd positions, they will come first, and then nodes at the even position will come first. This is something that we have to do. Now to make it memory efficient, we would not be creating any new linked list or any sort of thing. We would be making changes here only. This problem is not very big, but the only thing you have to take care about is the pointers, how they move around it. So it's a very I would say good question in terms of pointers and all, because a single mistake can disturb you a lot. So let's get started. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I will create a odd linked list and an even linked list out of this. So 2 3 6 and 7, I'll join them. 1 5 4, I'll join them. Two separate linked lists are there now. Then what I'll do then is I'll join this odd linked list to the even linked list that I formed. So if I just have two nodes, I don't have to do anything. I can return it simply, because my answer would actually, I have to start my manipulation if I at least have 3 nodes. So this is something which I'm gonna do as a base case. I would say if my head equals to null, or my head dot next equals to null, in that case I'll return head. So if head is equal to null or head dot next is equal to null, then I'll return head simply. Or I can also extend it if this is also equal to null. Okay, or head dot next equals to null. So in any of these cases, I'm not gonna do the process. Now here I have to have a odd list and an even list. So list node odd is equal to head. This would be pointing towards head. L capital. List node even is equal to head dot next. Okay, and this would be the odd and even heads. So I'm not gonna touch this, because if I touch this, then my start point would be lost. So to iterate it, I'll have another thing, odd I, just to indicate that it will iterate. Okay, and I think, yeah, even I is equal to head dot next. Okay, so I have to move till my, okay, we'll write the condition, odd I and even I, these are iterating over the list. So if any of them becomes null, I have to stop then and there only. So if odd I is equal to null, okay, so I have to stop then and there only. And my even I is not equal to null. So if both of them are not equal to null, only then I'll process it. Odd I means the first position. So first position, I have to link it with the third position. I have pointed towards this first position and the second position. So first position, I have to link it to 3. Can I say that odd I dot next is actually equal to even I dot next? Can I say that odd I dot next, this should point towards even I dot next, so 2 should point towards 3. Perfect. Also I will jump it to 3. I mean, processing for 2 is done, right? one is already saved in the even I, so I can move also to 3. So odd I equals to odd I dot next. Perfect. Now I have to process the even 1 here, so this should point towards 5, but we don't know if 5 actually exists. And if you notice, odd I has already reached 3, so even I can only be, I mean, we can just do even I dot next equals to odd I dot next to point towards here, but we have to check if this is not equal to null. So if I dot next equals to null, we can't do anything. I mean, this is the point we have to break, else we'll continue, right? And what we have to do is even I is equal to even I even I is equal to odd I dot next. Okay, so this is even, this is odd I is right now here, so even I would point towards 5, so odd I dot next, odd I dot next. Okay, so now this would point here and I can simply move it. Okay, so that was a bit of main code. Okay, so what it will do is 2, 3, 6 and 7 would be linked, 1, 5 and 4 would be linked. Now all I have to do is I have to point 7 towards I. I is actually, if you remember, I have saved it in even I, in even, so even is storing. Okay, and 7, I don't have any pointer towards 7, I have pointed towards 2, which is odd. I have to move from odd all the way to 7, so that's what I am gonna do. So maybe I can say it as final I, just the final iteration I have to do. So it should point towards odd or head, because first would be head, or head is equal to odd only. So I have to iterate it towards till I get 7. Okay, so 7 means dot next is not equal to null. Okay, I don't have to stop at null, I have to stop at the last node. So till dot next is not equal to null, I'll do final underscore I is equal to final underscore I dot next. Okay, now I will reach at 7. All I have to do is final I dot next is equal to 1 here. And what is 1? 1 is actually E1. Okay, perfect. So at the end I just have to return my odd. Okay, I think this should work. Let's test it out. Okay, runtime error, null pointer. Okay, we are getting a null pointer. Okay, we can't. So okay, so what I'm trying to say is here odd I dot next, so it's actually moving to this 3. It might be possible that there is no 3, so the next of the even here, so next of this would be null. So in that case this would point towards null. So odd I is equal to odd I dot next. When we do this, odd I can be null, so we don't have to check odd I dot next, we have to check odd I only. Okay, so we were pointing this odd I dot next to the even I dot next because we want to link 2 and 3. Similarly, even I dot next should be pointed to, this is now odd I, so even I dot next should be pointed to odd I dot next. 1 and 5 should be connected, right? Even I dot next, not even. Okay, so here I have changed this was error. It's not even I is equal to odd I dot next, it's even I dot next equals to odd I dot next. So we are not making node equal to this, we are making the link of that node. Okay, the pointer of that node pointing towards 5. So that was a mistake. I have actually I mean, that was the mistake. If you run this, it would be accepted now. Restoration is fine. Like just pointers, I mean, you need to be very, very careful with them. And yep, that was it for this video. Okay, and So if you have any questions related to this question, you can ask it in the comments. I would be happy to answer it.